Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing below. I wanted to speak with you about detachment. You know how I've expressed many times now how important it is to let go of the beautiful mind and rest in the lower half of your body to connect to your intuition. Insight, our psychic ability, which we all have, every single one of us has this in our awareness and our consciousness. It's part of our DNA and our RNA. Rests in your aura, that big, beautiful, gorgeous energy that surrounds you. And it rests in a particular layer of the aura. There's 7 layers for the human reality. And the one where your intuition rests is called the second layer, number 2. It's also called the emotional response system. So when you feel your authentic emotions and you rest in the lower half of your body, you have greater access to your insight. So let's say you've done that. Let's say you want to ask a cool question or something that you would really love to have a solution to. First and foremost, you need to have your energy elevated. That means you have to be happy. So if you need to ask a question about something that's kind of difficult and you need a solution for this difficult problem, you can't be sad about it or angry or annoyed or frustrated or disappointed. All of those are low frequency vibrations. You will need to get your energy elevated. You're going to have to be happy. So you're going to have to not think about the problem, which is a form of detachment in itself. And you're going to have to practice what you know that makes you joyful. Um, I like to be joyful all day long. I do my very best to have that type of energy in my awareness, in my body, in my life. It is something you do have to work at. It's a choice to vibrate in low frequency energy or high vibrational energy. So, of course, as many of you know, I have a dog. I go on dog walks. It will almost always make me ecstatic. Looking at my dog makes me happy, eating great food, looking at beautiful things. So, whatever it is that makes you happy, you have to get happy first. You won't be able to get an intuitive answer, which is 100 times more accurate than the logical mind, than thinking and processing. And intuition does not come from the mind, even though your third eye resides here. The third eye is a projector. It's like a television. It projects your intuitive impressions, feelings, auditory sensations, visions, but it doesn't originate in the brain insight. So you've gotten happy, you're resting in the lower half of your body, you're not thinking about the thing that if it brings you discomfort and you need a solution, you know that you can't be in the discomfort and get the solution. It's impossible. And you're now asking a question while you're in the lower half of your body. When you're choosing language, choose words or phrases that are not going to activate your brain. So, for example, let's say that you want some insight about your health. Maybe you went to the doctor and they're kind of concerned about something and you would love to have it resolved or healed, and you would love to have an intuitive impression, which I highly recommend. Intuition is powerful, extremely accurate, and unique, but it works. So that means you can't be worried about your health, which is a form of detachment. You have to get happy. So you're going to have to think about something else and then spend time formulating the question that you're going to ask. When we're asking a question, when we're asking an intuitive question, we are not asking the universe. The universe already knows everything that you could possibly need. It has answers, it knows everything. You're asking the question in a way so that your mind can be relaxed and you can be in that high frequency energy so that you can hear, see, or feel the solution. That's really why we're asking the question. So spend some time formulating the question. Use language that's not going to trigger your ego, which is really fear. Anything that's fearful in your life or your mind is derived from the ego. So let's say if it's a question about health, maybe it has to do with your reproductive organs. And you're going to perhaps use language like, please express to me whatever's in my highest good about, maybe use a childhood term about that part of your body, something cute. I'm not saying this because there's something, wrong with beautiful language of anatomy. We just don't want to trigger your fearful or angry mind. We want your mind to be quiet and relaxed because intuition doesn't come from the brain. So maybe you'll use some cute phrase, or you'll use the word cute. Let's say that you have hemorrhoids and you came from the doctor, and the doctor is saying that you're going to need to have some surgery, which, by the way, after interviewing patients who've had this hemorrhoid repair surgery or clients, it is a very painful procedure and it takes months to recover from it, unless you have such severe hemorrhoids that, of course, you're going to feel 1,000 times better after the surgery. So we need to ask this in a way that's not going to trigger your fear or the pain or whatever your mind is overthinking and analyzing about. So please express to me whatever's in the highest good about my cute backside. Yeah, be general, but use fun language that your brain's not going to go about. Because if you move into resistance, you're going to shut down intuition. Then you detach. This is the real moment for detachment. Think about something else. You've already asked the question. You're in high vibration. You're resting your awareness in the lower half of your body to the best of your ability. If you like to doodle, like I like to doodle, then get some piece of paper and start doodling. Just start making, focus on what you're doodling too. Like let that be your focus. Or if you're sitting near a fire, stare into the fireplace, direct your vision somewhere. Don't let your mind become fixated on anything. We want the mind to kind of be like white noise. I love brown noise, actually. That's my favorite. Sounds like an airplane, but we want it to be quiet. We don't want it to be analyzing and processing. We don't want it to be looking at your intuition and trying to decipher it. We want you to be present, fully present, which means don't think, and allow information to come forward. And when the information comes forward, the only thing you have to ask yourself, if you're not able to decipher the information, is what does this really mean to me? Like if you saw a picture or you heard something or you felt something, what does it mean to you personally? So for example, if I see an image of snow-peaked mountains, the answer for me intuitively is no. And that's because I don't like to be cold. Although I think the picture of snow-peaked mountains, or when I'm driving in the Northwest and I see Mount Rainier or other beautiful mountains of the Cascade, they're going to be snow-peaked. But that answer for me is no, because I don't like to be cold. So the universe knows what images to send you, what auditory sensations to deliver to you, what feelings to present to you, because it knows you deeply, deeply down to your core. It knows you better than you know yourself. And all you have to ask yourself is, when you're deciphering that information, is you're distracting yourself, is what does that really mean for me? What do I really think about that or feel about it? Or how is it expressed in my life? So remember to detach, get out of your head, and have fun receiving genius from the universe. Bye-bye.